Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel as we continue the 25 days of Christmas. And I don't think we could talk Christmas if we don't talk about this particular movie. And that movie that I'm talking about is John Hughes' classic Home Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin. Now, I remember when I saw this in the theater. I think it was during Christmas. If I remember correctly, it was like during Christmas break. It was after Christmas. My mom took me to the theater to go see this, and I was just blown away. I became a big Kevin McAllister fan at that point. The things that this kid was doing in the, he was doing in the film, protecting his home against the wet bandits, was just unheard of at the time. This kid went above and beyond to protect his home. And Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern as the wet bandits, absolutely fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic. When we first meet Kevin McAllister, and we have the family's getting ready to go on their big trip, and he's the odd man out. He's kind of causing problems. He's getting into trouble. It's a little bit back and forth between him and his family. Nobody is getting along right now because it's hectic. It's right before their big trip for Christmas, and everything is crazy. Of course, Kevin gets sent up very to the very top of the house in this one room, and of course he is forgotten because he is miscounted because the neighbor's child's over there, and when the head count is being done, Kevin is left out of the group. They mistake the neighbor's kid for Kevin. So of course Kevin, after the big blow up with his family the night before, he basically wishes his family was gone. He had no family at all. He wakes up to a big old empty house, and from there is just hilarity ensues. Everything that this kid, he is going to the store by himself. He is, having to again protect his home as he figures out what is going on. The wet bandits are, robbing the homes around the area, and it's crazy. But Macaulay Culkin, for a child actor at that time, he comes off almost crazy as it might sound. He comes off very believable and a very capable kid, being able to do these things. It's crazy. He has a very his delivery is very adult like, if that makes sense. And he's very the way he delivers things, and the way how he looks at the camera and everything like that. You just seem like, okay, you know what, this kid could probably take care of himself maybe in a situation like this. And of course, the thing, like we said, the things that he does to the wet bandits, crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy. The traps that he comes up with, the spider on Daniel Stern's face, Joe Pesci's, head getting, like, his hat getting lit on fire. Oh, the paint can flying into the face. These guys should have given up after them. I probably would have given up after the first trap, but these guys just keep on going, and he completely dismantles them, and I love it, absolutely love it. Again, him being scared of the neighbor as well, and coming to find, at the end of the film, that his neighbor's not such a bad guy, and he definitely, lends a helping hand for good old Kevin McAllister. But a great cast in this as well. I mean, we also, we have Catherine O'Hara, John Candy. Um, I mean, I'm looking at the back here, guys, to see if I'm missing anybody. I always forget. I always forget John Hurd. For some reason, I always get him confused with another actor I can't think of right now, but I always seem to get him confused. But yeah, it's just an awesome cast. And going from the dynamic that we see at the beginning with Catherine O'Hara, his mom, just being really, like, just so disappointed, very upset and angry with Kevin, and just the love and warmth that she shows towards him, and the things that she goes to, the lengths that she's willing to go to get home to her son who has been left there. Um, it's fantastic to go from one dynamic of the family to a whole nother, dynamic by the end, where everybody goes from anger to just being happy to see that Kevin's okay at the end of the film. And it's a classic, absolute classic. I've said it before with a lot of these Christmas films, but there's just something about, when it's a Christmas film, they have a tendency to, over time, to become timeless classics. And this one is absolutely no exception. So, guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.